You know, older adults are at a different season of their life and they experience a variety of different chronic health conditions perhaps, or even physical limitations that they need to prepare now what their plan is and actually stay in that state of preparedness for really all year long. We know heat is the #1 killer of older adults after disaster than almost anything else. It's so important that they prepare for their transportation, they prepare for their medications, how they're going to power up perhaps a medical device. And I also think it's important that we all check on our neighbors, right? We all have that older person in our life that we can check on. So whether we're a family caregiver or a next door neighbor, make sure you know what the plan is for your older adult friend.
And I just want to share a quick story of what I heard in Rolling Fork, Mississippi here recently. So when we prepare for tornadoes or hurricanes, there were 3 wonderful ladies that all lived independently, but older Americans. And what they did is they actually got on the phone with each other as they were hiding in their closets to make sure that if one of them didn't answer, didn't talk to them, they knew that they had to immediately go in and help their neighbor, help their friend. And so to me, it was just such a great example of how coming together, knowing your friends, knowing how you're going to communicate, you know, with those that you care for, those that you love, and that you can take that immediate action. It was such a great story.
I love that story, and it's actions like that will make the difference,
Yeah.
right? So it's knowing your plan now, well in advance, knowing what you're going to do if perhaps power is going to be cut off for a couple of weeks perhaps,
Yeah.
or even the water. We've experienced that too here in New Orleans just as recently as a couple of summers ago. And so it's important for older adults to plan now, plan to get their prescriptions.
Yes.
You can get, you know, a 90-day supply, I believe, to get your prescriptions filled so that you're always on the ready.
I think the biggest message that I can give is take these hurricanes seriously and listen to your local officials on what threats you can expect from these hurricanes. What I have seen over the last several years is the type of risks that we're facing have changed. They're not just wind events anymore. We're seeing significant rainfall that we saw here in Louisiana from Hurricane Ida just a couple of years ago. We're seeing increased storm surge. And so people need to know the different types of threats that these hurricanes can bring and know what you need to do. And then if you're asked to evacuate, take it serious. Listen to your local officials of where they're telling you to go. Know that it may not be having to travel hundreds of miles away. It may just be a little bit inland to make sure you get to a safe spot. But getting that information from your local officials, they're going to tell you where you need to go and what you need to do to keep yourself and your family safe.
So it's important that we all work together. The relationship between AARP and FEMA, it's such a collaborative partnership where we use all of the expertise that FEMA has and all of the expertise that AARP has to reach older Americans, that we can really make a difference. It's about saving lives, it's about protecting families across America, and together we can do that.
And I think what I would add is we're not in this alone, right? FEMA is one part of the team, AARP is one part of the team, but together we are a stronger team. And using all of our networks, all of the resources across those networks to make sure we're getting into communities, helping them understand what their risks are, but then more importantly, helping to reach them afterwards to make sure we're getting them the resources they need to start their recovery process.